Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to TalkSport, Tom Heaton to Manchester United is pretty much a done deal. Football Insider said not so long ago that Tom Heaton verbally agreed to join Manchester United because he rejected a new contract offer from Aston Villa. His current contract at Aston Villa expires next month. Aston Villa paid £8 million for Tom Heaton from Burnley. Tom Heaton used to be at Manchester United. Now, I want to delve into some more news on Jadon Sancho. So, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Borussia Dortmund are ready to sell Sancho for around £80 million this summer. Romano has said that Man United are interested in Sancho, but there's been no official talks or bid yet. He said it's still an open race. Chelsea have launched an £80 million bid. He said not so long ago that Man United are the favourites to sign Sancho, and Jadon Sancho's representatives are more confident than ever that Sancho will join Man United this summer. Jadon Sancho expects to complete a move to Man United this summer. The Manchester Evening News said not so long ago that Sancho is pushing for a transfer out of Dortmund this summer. It did say we could use Jesse Lingard to buy Sancho. Borussia Dortmund confirmed that they've got a gentleman's agreement which would allow Sancho to depart this summer. Borussia Dortmund have admitted that they'll sell Sancho for the right price this summer, and Borussia Dortmund's CEO did reveal that the club will discuss exceptional offers for the winner. He is our number one priority. If we sign Jadon Sancho, I think that'll be good business by Manchester United, because Sancho would dramatically improve us. He's got a good friendship with Rashford. He talks to Rashford quite a lot. He's good at creating chances, and he would assure us goals, and he's predominantly a right winner. Last summer, he was our number one priority target. And I thought we was going to get Jadon Sancho last summer, because Sancho to Man United last summer was extremely close. The personal terms had been agreed, the agent fees had been agreed, and the wages in that and the contract had been agreed. But the reason we didn't get him is because we was reluctant to meet Borussia Dortmund's 108 million valuation. We was only willing to pay so much up front. Dortmund made it clear to us last summer that we had until the 10th of August to sign the player. We obviously missed out on that deadline, so Sancho remained at Dortmund. But Fabrizio Romano, like I've said before, he's spoken a lot about the Sancho saga, and at one point, Bill's Christian Farke spoke a lot about it. This has been Sancho's fourth season at Dortmund. Analysing the vast majority of his career with them, he's been very, very consistent. Borussia Dortmund paid just £8 million for him from Man City back in 2017. He enjoyed a couple of years at Man City, but he never got assured any first team opportunities, and that's the reason he left City for Dortmund back in 2017. He's got a contract with Borussia Dortmund until 2023. Now, Jose Mourinho wants Nemanja Matic at Roma. Jose Mourinho has got a good relationship with Matic, so he's keen on a reunion. Man United will accept a cut price fee for the midfielder. We're not expecting to get any more than 8.6 million. Corriere dello Sport have said we've got no problem with Matic leaving the club. So Matic is expected to depart Old Trafford this summer. Matic has been at Manchester United now for around 4 years. He's got a contract with the club until 2023. We got him in a deal worth £40 million from Chelsea back in 2017. He's not one of our first choice midfielders, but he still gets his chances. And he's been consistent in some games, but in the vast majority of his games at Man United, he's been inconsistent. And I've always had my strong reservations about Matic because he's always been a static player. And plus, he's ageing up. So yeah, it'll be the right decision by Man United to offload him. Jose Mourinho has actually looked at a few players at Man United that he wants at Roma. It said earlier on this season that he wants De Gea at Roma. Also said he was interested in Donny van der Beek. Now, obviously, you know the news regarding Harry Kane from Tottenham. Reports came out yesterday saying that Gary Neville spoke with Harry Kane regarding his future. Harry Kane came out and said that Tottenham could be ready to sell. He said he will decide on his own future, not Daniel Levy. He said Man United and Man City are set to offer Harry Kane 80 million in wages. Man United, Man City and Chelsea have all been in contact with Harry Kane's representatives. Tottenham are demanding £150 million. I think £150 million is too much for Harry Kane. I reckon there's a good chance he'll go for around £100 million. But a few days ago, it said that Harry Kane handed in a transfer request at Tottenham. Ryan Mason dismissed suggestions that Harry Kane asked to leave. Now, Football Insider have said that Man United are willing to offer Jesse Lingard and Anthony Martial as part of a swap deal for Harry Kane. I think we've got a very, very good chance of signing him. We have done business with Tottenham before in the past. And you know what? I would take Harry Kane at Manchester United because he's regarded as one of the best strikers in the world. He's a prolific goal scorer. He's well proven in the Premier League. And he would assure us goals, and he's very good at creating chances. So they are the reasons. A few weeks ago, it said that Harry Kane was ready to ask Tottenham to listen to transfer offers this summer. He says the Glazers were planning to sanction a £90 million bid, but I knew £90 million was going to be nowhere near enough to convince Tottenham to offload him. Harry Kane said earlier on this season that he wants to win team trophies. He said that after Tottenham's Carabao Cup final defeat to Man City, Tottenham have not won a trophy for 13 years. Harry Kane has been a long-serving player at Tottenham. He's been with them for around 17 years now. Obviously, risen up their youth academy. He's been in their senior squad since 2009. He's got a contract with Tottenham until 2024. He's won the Golden Boot a couple of times. Reflecting on his good performances, he's had loan spells before with Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich and Leicester. But yeah, Manchester United still want a striker, despite Edison Cavani signing a one-year contract not so long ago. Solskjaer's refusing to rule out Man United signing a striker. The Daily Telegraph recently said that Man United inquired about Southampton striker Danny Ings. He says Man United are looking at Danny Ings as a target during the summer transfer window. We've seen him as an alternative to Harry Kane. He'd be much, much cheaper than Harry Kane. I think he'd probably cost us in the £20-odd million range. Danny Ings has just over 1 year left on his current contract at Southampton. Southampton paid around £20 million for him from Liverpool. Didn't really play a lot when he was at Liverpool because he had bad injuries there, didn't he? Before he's been at Burnley as well. Had a loan spell with Dorchester United and he was at Bournemouth at one point. He's highly experienced, is Danny Ings. He's 28 years of age. But Solskjaer has confirmed that he wants to make 3 world-class signings in order for Manchester United to challenge for the Premier League title next season. You know, we haven't won the Premier League since 2013. That's 8 years ago now. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is aware how big next season is going to be for himself, because next season Solskjaer has got to exceed expectations if he is to remain Manchester United manager. Because, you know, if things go wrong next season, I think there's a very good chance that he will be sacked. But you know what? I've got to credit Solskjaer because I didn't expect him to do as well as he has done. You know, you've got to say he's done well to say the squad and that he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager. Not long now anyway until the summer transfer window opens, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is aware of how big the summer transfer window is going to be for himself and Manchester United in general. It's very imperative that Solskjaer gets the players he wants to recommend in the summer transfer window. The summer transfer window will be his 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. I hope Solskjaer gets the backing he deserves, because Solskjaer's made it clear that he wants good backing. And he should get the backing he deserves, because we've got John Murtough, he's our director of football. We've got Darren Fletcher, he's our technical director. And we've also got Matt Judge, and Matt Judge has been part of the club for a long time. I've already identified the areas where Manchester United need to strengthen up. We're going to offload quite a few players in the summer transfer window, so in that aspect we'll generate money and it will help us with our rebuilding process. I think there's a very, very good chance that we'll offload De Gea. I think we'll offload Romero. We'll offload Lee Grant. Phil Jones, I'm not too sure about him. I want us to offload him, but whether we're doing it in the summer transfer window, I do not know. Brandon Williams, I think we need to offload him so he can get more opportunities and gain more experience because he doesn't hardly play for us. He's our third choice left back. Diego Dalot, looking to get rid of him permanently. He's out on loan with AC Milan at the moment. Like I said, Matic, there's a good chance he's going to be leaving. Pogba could still leave, but I hope he doesn't. Recent reports said we could sell Pogba for just 55 million in the summer transfer window. He said earlier on this season that would offer Paul Pogba a new £400,000 a week contract, but he said he's demanding like £500,000 a week. But he said we'll sell Paul Pogba if he doesn't sign a new contract. Pogba's contract expires next year. Because earlier on this season we triggered that 1 year extension on his contract. Juan Mata, I think there's a good chance we'll offload him there again. Solskjaer did recently say no decision has yet been made on Juan Mata's future. Juan Mata's current contract expires next year. There is an option to extend it for a further year. And a lot of United fans are saying that we need to offload Anthony Martial. Obviously, he has been out with a knee injury and he's been out of form for the vast majority of this season. But a lot of players will stay at Man United in the summer transfer window, and I reckon there's quite a few players that have got long-term futures at the club. We've got one more game left this season in the Premier League, and that's Wolves at Molineux. I've already given you the preview for the game and I've already given you my starting 11 prediction. Like I've said, Solskjaer's going to rotate heavily for the game against Wolves. Because obviously the Europa League finals coming up against Villarreal. Wolves is a meaningless game. Whether we win or lose or draw against Wolves, it doesn't change the complexion of things because we've already clinched second place, and reflecting on that, we are guaranteed Champions League football for next season. But the Europa League is our priority. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is looking to win his first trophy as Manchester United manager. We haven't won a trophy since 2017. This is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first major final as Man United manager, and it's our 8th European final. Against Villarreal, it's going to be played in Gdansk, which is Poland. But we win the Europa League, that gives us confidence, and that'll give us something to build on going on into next season. Solskjaer gave a special press conference not so long ago, building up to the final against Villarreal. He said things aren't looking great with Harry Maguire, so he's a doubt for the final. Maguire's got ligament damage in his ankle. He sustained the ankle injury in our 3-1 win against Aston Villa. But defensively, we are shambolic without Maguire. Ollie said he's hopeful that Martial will be back for the final. James is injured at the moment. Jones, I think he's injured, or he was out with injury for a while if he isn't now. Fred and McTominay have recently sustained injuries. But it would be nice to beat Wolves, even though it's a meaningless game, because we are winless in our last 3 Premier League games. We drew 1-1 with Fulham not so long ago. We lost 4-2 to Liverpool and we lost 2-1 to Leicester. We've been very, very poor at Old Trafford this season. All our defeats have come at Old Trafford in the Premier League this season. I think a lot of it's been to do with no fans there. And obviously that has a bad effect on the players. But there was 10,000 fans at Old Trafford against Fulham recently. We've been far better away from home than we have been at home. You know, we are unbeaten in our last 25 Premier League away games. So we haven't lost away from home in the Premier League for over a year. We've got to get the Glazers out of the football club. We really, really need to get them out. The reasons is because the Glazers have put us in so much debt. And in general, I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time now. The Glazers have been at Manchester United for around 16 years. They bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. Now, Solskjaer did recently say the fans' protests have affected the players. By the way, Joe Glazer's going to attend the fans' forum on the 4th of June. Solskjaer said not so long ago that the Glazers apologised to him. He said the violent incidents went too far. That was obviously on the 2nd of May. But he says the club need to take notice of the fans. Not so long ago, Solskjaer was angry with Gary Neville over the Man United protests. Earlier on this season, Joe Glazer wrote a letter to Man United fans and Avram Glazer refused to apologise over the European Super League. Sky News caught up with him in Florida, but he refused to answer any questions. Will the Old Trafford protest force the Glazers out of the club? That is the question. Well, it said earlier on this season that the Glazers could be forced to sell Man United, but for only £4 billion. Before that, he said the Glazers have got no intentions of selling the club. Joe Glazer released a statement earlier on this season apologising to club fans over the European Super League plans, and Solskjaer did tell protesters that Joe Glazer loves the club and he said the Glazer family will not sell Man United. And earlier on this season, our fans were protesting against the Glazers at Carrington, and some of our fans were blocked entrances into the Carrington training ground and there was holding banners up. So we need to recommend new owners in. We've got Woodward out. You know, he's going to be standing down at the end of the year because it got announced earlier on this season that Woodward resigned as Manchester United vice chairman. I presume all United fans were happy with the news regarding Woodward because we've been critical of him for a long time. Woodward has had a 16-year association with Man United. Who will be the new chairman to replace him? Woodward did say earlier on this season, though, that I believe Solskjaer is the right man to lead the club forward. And he released a statement regarding Solskjaer and the players, saying that the progress by Solskjaer and the players this season has been clear. And in general, Woodward's come out several times to show his support for Ole, even when we was enjoying them really, really bad periods. Solskjaer, like I said, he does deserve at least one more season at Manchester United. You know, this has been his second full season. He's been Manchester United manager now over 2 years. He's got just under 1 year left on his current 3-year contract. But earlier on this season, it said that Ole had agreed a new 3-year contract worth around 30 million. Said it's likely to be 2 years with an option of an extra one. But he is our best manager since Ferguson, because he has brought consistency to Manchester United. He's gained managerial experience, reflecting on how long he's been at the club, and he's learned different things on the job. I can assure Solskjaer isn't the long-term manager for Manchester United, but I hope I'm proven wrong. I do have my concerns about Ole. He hasn't got a proven pedigree as a manager, and his decision making also concerns me. Solskjaer knew when he'd taken over at Man United it was going to be a massive job, despite him knowing the club through thick and thin. We appointed him in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. We gave him the job permanently 2 years ago, reflecting how well he did as the interim manager. I think Solskjaer has made some good signings as Man United manager so far. He's spent almost £300 million. He's got rid of a lot of the deadwood since he's come in. He did well last season in his first full season at the club. Got us to 3 semi-finals, got us qualification for the Champions League and got us a third place finish. He's done well in a lot of aspects this season. Got us to the EFL Cup semi-final, got us to the FA Cup quarter-final. He's got us to the Europa League final. Got us a second place finish this season. I like the way he has promoted the youth. So yeah, there is a lot of positives regarding Ole. But whether Solskjaer succeeds or not as Man United manager, will still always adore him because he is a club legend. He endured 11 years as a player for Man United. He flourished under Sir Alex Ferguson's guidance. He is our 4th permanent manager since Ferguson. The 3 managers we've sat since Ferguson was David Moyes, Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho. And we're not even really known as a sacking football club. So yeah. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.